Hello, this is Steve, your YouTube English teacher, with another complete C1 exam for you to practice to give you an idea of how ready you are for the exam according to these criteria, in which we are measuring how good you are at English according to your grammar, your vocab, how you order your answers, your pronunciation, and how you have a communication, how you have a conversation, how you interact with people, how you speak, basically. Good speaking, good marks. So let's get into this with part one. Some questions about being at home, such as, can the housework be called a hobby? I came up with this question because one of my students said it was one of their hobbies, and I found that very interesting and realised, yeah, it sort of is for me as well. I get great satisfaction from doing the housework. It's sort of like a hobby. Why? How? Develop your answer, or why not? How do you decide who does the jobs in your house? Do you fight, or do you decide it amicably? And what do you think about hiring a cleaner? Great question. Might not be on a Cambridge exam because it's a bit too controversial, isn't it? Some people would say, what do you mean you're hiring someone to clean up your mess? Clean up your own mess. But for other people, it's completely normal, and it's the same as paying someone to cook your food for you in a restaurant, or to work in a shop. It's the same. So, but it can be a controversial one. Hopefully you are answering these questions. I should stop talking so much and let you answer them. Pause the video, record yourself, think about what you'd say, treat it like a real exam. And you might be saying things like these sentences. Pause the video and complete the sentence with the best word. These are use of English part 1 questions on this topic, giving you some typical Cambridge tricky little part 1 questions. So the first sentence, the key word is as. It can't be described as a hobby. The only one that fits with as is describe. And the second one, really nice grammar. The answer is needs. If something needs doing, then it needs to be done. It's like a passive, replacement. It needs to be done, it needs doing. The dishes need washing. It means the dishes need to be washed. It means someone needs to wash the dishes. But a really native level expression there, because slightly irregular but impressive if you know it, if you can use it. Let's move on to part 2. We have some more chores. We're talking about jobs at home. Now you need to speak for about 1 minute. Compare 2 of the photos. Say why these chores are important and what might make them difficult to do. So you've got 4 things to say, because 2 questions for 2 photos in 1 minute. Pause the video, time yourself, record it, see how you're doing, practice it. And hopefully you are saying things like, you have done it and you have listened to each other in your class and with your friends, and you might be saying things like, it's true, isn't it, cutting the hedges, which by the way is how I broke my collarbone, cutting the hedges when I was climbing on top of the garage to cut the hedges. So be careful if you are cutting the hedges at home. It's not looking very nice. Probably should have given a trigger warning before showing that, shouldn't I? But anyway, stop talking, let's get into our answers. Of course, it's symmetry, because everything looks nice and the same. And hanging the washing is time consuming, isn't it? Because there's always more to do, especially when you've got young kids and babies with washable nappies. We do washing almost every day, and it takes a long time. It's time consuming. Let's move on to part 3. In this part of the exam, we're going to talk about studying, education, and here are some common study techniques. You need to talk together with your partner about how the study techniques can be useful for people, how they can help people to learn. You will go around with your partner and say, well, on the one hand, this could be good because do you agree? Yes, in fact, I would say, on the other hand, I think this one is not so good. Well, I'm not sure, because conversation backwards and forwards. And you may be saying things like, use of English part 1, complete the sentences. Nice expression. You are laying things out. To lay things out means to format them correctly, clearly, to put things in an orderly manner, to lay them out. And similarly, you put things in your own words. To put something in your own words, very nice. Typical expressions, but kind of thing you should be expected to be learning at C1. Let's move on to part 4. As we said, the topic was education, studying. So we have these general questions like, are you more about study plan or cramming studying a lot at the last minute? Do you study alone or in a group? And what are the advantages and why not? And what skills make someone good at studying? So what do you actually need to be good at studying? Interesting question. Potentially you are saying things like, pause the video, complete these sentences. Oh yes, you need resolve, don't you? Resolve, determination. The word that means determination. A plan gives you determination, motivation, all those kind of things. And you have a competitive instinct, of course. And you can turn studying into a game. You can use Kahoot and Memrise. I think Memrise is a bit dead now, but that's how I first learned Spanish 15, 16 years ago, by getting thousands of points and just cramming Spanish vocabulary. Right, that's the end of the exam. I should stop talking. Thank you very much. Well done. See you next time.